to another episode of Happy Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Rudy, my friend, welcome back. We have you back finally. COVID didn't win this time. Thank you.
Oh my God. COVID, the flu, work like event that I had to go to, family visiting. It was like never ending.
So tell everybody the vaccine side effects that you got, please.
Yeah, knocked out for a month. No. It was just bad luck, a bad way to start the year. But
yeah, no, same with me. You guys saw my face that first, right before the year ended, and then into the new year, I was all out. Still, my mouth is not 100%. But Nefty, my friend, welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Tuesday.
Thank you. Fly, eagle, fly on the way to victory.
So guys,
you're a New Yorker. You should be embarrassed.
Right. No, you know what happened? They lit up the Empire State Building in green, and New Yorkers went crazy the night they won.
Unacceptable.
It's in the papers.
Unacceptable.
Guys, it looks like we may have a show tonight. We got a little bit of action. We got a lot to discuss anyway. Rudy hasn't been on in probably 2.5 months. So we have a lot to go over. Also, we got a Hono announcement. We're going to go over something that I completely forgot to go over last stream because, last Saturday, because there was so much going on. We were on for like 3 hours. So we're going to go over it tonight, which is going to be a lot of fun. So let's say hello to you guys first and foremost, and then we can get started right away since we're a little bit backed up. We had a lot. We were actually having the show backstage because we were like, you know what? Because we were like, forget them. They don't need to know the.
You miss Rudy.
So, guys, there's 21 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. We got Ernesto in the house. Fourth Life 11. Just saying, Kanisha, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Let me say hello to everybody real quickly. Welcome. Let's see. We got Luge in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
It says, what up, my Starman Toys? Starman Toys. Third party. Cami collectors, take this guy. See what happened, guys. When you don't, this guy on screen right now has been back 2 streams to tell us about his one figure that he's gotten for the past 8 months. Okay, so when you don't collect, and you get the cheapest third-party figure on the market right now, this is why you're all excited. Okay, when you don't collect. So as you can see here. This guy's excited about Starman Toys. Because everybody tell me what Starman Toys makes, please? Exactly.
No, that's
exactly.
I don't even think I've heard of them, to be honest.
Exactly. This is what your boy collects.
And that's me. That's a problem if I don't know.
Thank you. If the third-party peasant does not know it, it does not exist. Okay? Luch, you peasant. We got Ash in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for doing. Welcome. Thank you for being my friend. We got Bo.
How you doing?
He says, good evening, Honyo collectors. Unbelievable. No respect. Unbelievable. We got Rob in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. We got Michael in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Thank you for being here, guys. We got Carlos. Welcome, my friend.
Charlie, my friend. Charlie Brigante. How you doing?
Welcome. We got Figure It Out in the house.
How you doing?
Thank you for joining the group, my friend. I got your request. Also, I believe you followed me somewhere else. I want to say Instagram.
Oh, new chat member?
Huh?
New chat member?
No. He joined. He requested to join the Facebook group.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because we were talking about something on one of the YouTube videos. Because somebody mentioned, I think it was Michael who mentioned that T800 battle damage exclusive, like 500 piece exclusive, but I don't know what they're talking about. And I asked them for a picture to see what they were talking about, to see if I even have that figure, but nobody.
This is that endoskeleton, right?
Right, but I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing. I don't remember hearing about it. So that's why I want to know what it is. Maybe I have it. Maybe I don't. We got
I have
Ryan.
that one.
We got Ryan. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
I'm doing.
Welcome. Let's see. Oh, he's falling. You bored, my friend? Tired? Peasant? We got Leo in the house.
I'm doing.
Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Giovan in the house. This disrespectful peasant.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
It says, "Hello, Museum Post is ready for some more Hot Toys news, sponsored by Inner." Guys, this peasant on screen right now had the audacity, to tell me that it's very weird that I started posing my figures. Okay. And he said to me, this is what he said to me. He said that I'm starting to look like a real collector because I'm posing my figures. Can you imagine the disrespect? Can you imagine?
Technical foul.
Can you imagine? But people don't realize that Giovan's Hot Toys collection looks like this. Let me do it again. Let me remove the comment because I don't think you guys saw it. So this is what happens when you Google peasant garlic, okay? So Giovan, you're welcome, you peasant garlic. That's your collection right there. Let's see. We got Peasant Brad in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hello!
Peasant Brad in the house. He said, "Yo, fellow garlic eaters." This guy, unbelievable. Figure Alchemist in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Cassandra, welcome. Thank you for being here.
I'm doing.
Cassandra, how you're feeling? How are you? See, I always forget to ask Brad. I only care about Cassandra. Cassandra, how are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. Remember, heating pad for ice, bags of ice on his back. Let's see. We got a super chat already from Michael. Thank you, my friend. He says, "Oh, finally, here we can start." Thank you, my friend, as always.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
We also have Chris in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being. Welcome, Fab, Nefty, Rudy. What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Let's see who else is in here, and we'll get started right away. All righty. Oh, we got Albert, Peasant Albert in the house.
Hello!
Welcome. Chris says, "My artist Jack Sparrow has shipped. Can't wait to see it in hand. Anyone else got?" No, I didn't get nothing. I didn't even get my notification that it was shipping. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Mine will be here on Thursday.
It's all paid for too. They took all the money out for shipping and everything. So I don't know what's happening. It better just show up. Oh my! I better get 2 copies, one for free.
What did you do? I feel like you got banned, like you got shadow banned from Sideshow or something.
Well, I definitely got blocked from Sideshow. I got blocked 100% from
Because I think we paid ours around the same time, and mine is going to be here on Thursday.
It warned everybody that the money was coming out at the same time, and it just never shipped. Yep.
I got 4 from Sideshow.
You got what?
Notified for 4 figures coming down the pipe.
Oh my God, 4.
Crazy.
I'm getting my black and gold Batman tomorrow. And I'm just waiting for the Artisan Joker finally charging. So that's coming soon, thank God. And then I'm waiting for Jack Sparrow Artisan 2. Ringo, my friend, welcome.
Hello!
Thank you for being, guys. It's 29. If you guys are here, please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. And happy Tuesday. Yeah, follow you on Instagram and send you the pic. Oh, you did. I didn't see. That's why I said I was waiting. I was hoping you would send me the picture. No, I didn't get nothing. No, you didn't send me nothing. Nothing. No, I didn't get nothing. That's what I'm saying. I thought you were gonna send it to me. You didn't send me shit.
He said on Instagram he sent it to you.
Yeah, no, he didn't send me nothing. I just checked. But that's why I remembered him adding me, because I knew it was for a reason, and he just never sent it. Hey Nefty, you're the man. I think you got the wrong person, Cassandra. I'll post pics of it. Yes, please. Yes. And tag me so I get the notification. Frank, my friend, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hello!
Welcome, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. There's 28 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. German big talk from someone who keeps copying the world famous. Oh my god!
How dare you?
Giovan chose violence.
Wait.
Having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Just for the record. TK421 has been copying my collecting, okay, since he started collecting. That's number one. Who started collecting first? That's what I thought. So that's number one. Number two, okay, TK421 has been copying my video styles from day one, okay? So before you start spreading misinformation and disinformation, go check whose channel was up first, and it'll say his, because I let him video first.
It's 2 a.m. in the morning in London right now.
Shout out to the UK, TK421 peasant. Let's see, we got Gilbert in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Hello!
We got Joe in the house, guys. This guy.
Hello!
I don't think you guys understand what's happening with this guy. This guy, like I said, he gets literally a figure a week. Like, this is a prime example of
something good.
No, that's what I'm trying to figure out the wording. It is good. The thing is that when you get into this is what happens when you enjoy it, right? Like, you always have to figure out how to get that next figure. That's Joe. Joe, he'll drive 4 hours for a figure. Literally, no, absolutely, exactly. That's my point. Like, he loves it so much that he's willing to go drive 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it is, to go get this figure. So that's when you know you're in love with the hobby. That's when you like the hobby. That's when you enjoy the hobby, right? He's not looking for excuses not to collect, not to buy, like people who are in the community telling other people to buy and collect. You know what I mean? Rob says, you're a trading peasant, so you have to wait. It is. What? Do you represent America? No, but Captain America does. Let's see. What's up, Rob? Oh, same. I have seen everyone else get the flash came back. Yes, I did. I got mine. I got my notification for it as well, so that's coming very soon. Mine's on payment plan right now, but I did get the notification that it's coming.
Yeah, I got the notification that mine got pushed back, which is bizarre.
Oh, we should have switched.
I know. At least I'm getting Captain Jack early. That's
what we got to do from now on. When I get my notification and you don't get yours, I'll pay for it. I'll send it to you, and then you send me your Jack Sparrow. Let's see. Jer Paul, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Long time.
Hello!
Guys, there's 30 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, guys. Those TK42. So, back to TK, okay? This guy is becoming so addicted to hot toys. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to what's happening to his channel. It used to be the Star Wars channel, strictly Star Wars channel. What are you guys watching now? Batman, Superman. Because what happens is, man, I can't just be waiting for Star Wars to release. I need action on my channel. So you have to become a collector. When you really like the hobby, there's nothing you don't want. So that is what's happening to TK. So if you guys notice, go back to his channel. You'll see everything. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Everything was Star Wars. He's getting into new lines now because it's just inevitable. So, and this is my point with this is what happens to the hobby. It's when you like the company, when you like Hot Toys, it's very difficult to just say, man, look at that. I am not getting this because I only collect this. It's very difficult.
Yep.
That's why I try to get everything. That's why for the longest time I got everything. Because when you know you're getting a good product, it doesn't matter what it is. You don't need to fall in love with the character. You know you're getting a great figure. That's what happened. So that's why TK's balls deep in everything now, you know, not only Star Wars. Let's see who else is in here before we get started. All right, I think we got everybody. 30 in the chat. You guys, guys, hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Faz, my poll should be arriving soon. Yeah, I can't wait for you to take pictures of that while driving again, Brad. All right, so let's get started, guys. So first and foremost, like I said earlier, we have an announcement. This was something that Bob and I were talking about. I think he messaged me. Well, he did message, not I think. He messaged me and said, you know, this is coming from Hot Toys, from, you know, this is definitely coming. And I said, absolutely, I think Hot Toys is going to make that. And turns out, you know, it was Hono instead, which, you know, it's fine. I think it's perfectly fine for Hono to be making stuff like this. There's not much to this, but as you can see, it's more expensive than the Wolverine was, right? The Wolverine was 160, 170, I believe. And because it was completely different, right? It was in one-piece suit, the boots and the head, right? Obviously, the hands and the claws are just something that you're going to get with every figure. But it was a lot less intricate, a lot less stuff on it. As you can see here, right? You have interchangeable eyes, so you have magnetic stuff in there, right? You got these hoses, which are literally cost them nothing to make. But just because it's that much more intricate than your Wolverine, you're paying an extra $40. So this is $200, right? Then you got obviously cloth material shirt and pants. You got shoes. You got boots. You got shoes. You got socks, which I don't think the socks are cloth. They could be. It doesn't look it though, but we'll see. And then obviously you got the pump in the back, right? You got the backpack, which is sculpted. It's not a material backpack. Again, Hono has been doing the webbing for the black suit backpack, right? Again, sculpted as well. So a lot more stuff going on with this figure than the Wolverine. Obviously, there's more going on with the Iron Man than this. That's why the Iron Man is about, you know, $240 or something like that. A lot more expensive. So let's go with you, Rudy. So how do you feel about this? Do you think this is necessary? Are you excited for the show?
You know, I mean, I saw the trailer for the show. I'm probably going to watch it, but I'm not in a rush to at this point. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I mean, I think it's very difficult without watching the show to say, you know, this is a must-have figure or not yet, right? I need to watch the show first to see if this delivers. And even then, right, it's a very simple figure, and it's kind of pricey for what it is, $200, right? Let's be honest. And look, I find myself comparing it to the homemade suit from Homecoming, which that was a very simple figure too, but it just
different. Two different worlds.
I don't know that this would fit well in my collection. That's the thing right now, the way I have it. I don't know that with the other Marvel figures, this would fit in well. Granted, it's from an animated show, so that makes sense. But I don't know. I'm not as excited about this as maybe some of the other people are. For me, it's very simple. It's kind of blah. I don't like the fact that the backpack is sculpted, especially since I get that it's Hono and it's part of their entry grade, or that's how they're making it cheaper. But we've seen Hot Toys deliver, you know, really good looking backpacks and really good looking accessories. Even the webs, right? Again, animated, sure, but yeah, it's not for me. I'm not that excited about it. And then we'll see how the show turns out. But I think I find myself hard pressed to make a pre-order here for this one.
Nefty, did you pre-order this yet? Are you planning on getting this? And how do you feel about it, knowing that it's not Jazz Inc?
No, I haven't pre-ordered this, but in my it is definitely, I find it to be a unique Spider-Man, and in my short time in collecting, I know there's a big Spider-Man fanatics out there. Just like when we hear about guys that are into the Troopers, they love everything about the Troopers and every types of variation. Same with this Spider-Man. Definitely a unique Spider-Man. I'm not getting it myself. I haven't, I feel the same way with Rudy about the show. I'm going to see it, no rush to see it, but I know that in the community, there's people that love Spider-Man, and it's evident in their collection. They have every variation of Spider-Man. And it may not make sense to you and I, but to them, it is what it is. Same thing like the guys that collect Troopers. They collect every variation. But this is definitely a unique Spider-Man, unique clothing. It's different from the original Homecoming. And it's not because it's not animated, because I'm into the Miles Morales. I'm into that line, and that's all animated as well.
Right.
And I was curious. I remember the night this came out, I was curious about the pricing, because more on is Hano going to start creeping up, And you make a good point, Fabs, that if they come out with a Hano character that's complicated with whatever his accessories or the costume he's wearing, you can probably expect a little going up in the prices. But I would say this is definitely for Spidey's aficionado. This is definitely a unique looking type of Spider-Man. It comes in the cheap compared to our regular Hot Toys prices. And but it looks beautiful, but it's not for me.
We have a question from Cassandra. She says, Nefty, answer me this. Why is it that if an accident happens in a parking lot, nothing really happens to or someone else's fault? Well, I'm going to tell you this, Cassandra. I am not a SWAT team member like Nefty is, but I can tell you that what happens is, number one, if there's no proof of anything, if you don't have a witness on your side, if there is no video evidence of it, and I'm telling you this because it just happened to my father. He's backing out of a spot. He gets hit in the back by this woman. He's like, what do you mean? So the cops come, the cops show up to get the report. She says he backed up into me. He says she hit me when I was backing up. And who wins there? Again, there's no camera. There's no witnesses. So it's a 50-50 no matter what.
On another note, Cassandra, my wife is an attorney over 25 years. Another way you can attack this, but that's the beauty of the law. You can come at various angles. That lot is owned by somebody. That parking lot is owned by somebody. That person could be sued. I mean, it's not going to be a 1, 2, 3. But if you can show some type of negligence, the parking lot is not well maintained, or it's a hot mess. There are lawyers out there that are experts in this, and you would think that because it's in a parking lot, it's a private property, is an issue. No, you can work it as going after the owner of that lot, and someone owns it, whether it's a Walmart, a Target, whatever. Somebody owns that.
Right.
It's not the town.
Figure It Out says, is this animated Spider-Man show doing well? Is it even on yet? I don't know if it's on yet.
I don't think it's out yet. Yeah,
it's not out yet. I didn't think so, because I'm waiting to see it to see what it's about.
My question to you and anybody out there. So let's say the show becomes successful, and again, there is the true-hearted followers of Spider-Man. Does Hano plan to go deep in lines? I know with Hot Toys, there's always 50-50. Yeah, it's a good show. We're going to see more in that line. Would Hano follow that too? If this show turns out successful and there's evil characters in there, there's 10 other characters you can make. Will they go that deep, Hano?
Well,
that's
a great question. We have to see, right now they're making one-offs, as you can see, right? They're making the yellow Wolverine, the brown suit Wolverine, the Magneto. So they're making
those are series that are not it's not a show right now.
Correct.
It's based on the comics, right?
Correct. They're just making straight up, random single release figures that don't belong with anything, right? This is specifically to a show. So now we have to see what happens to a show figure, right? Compared to just a random release like they've been doing. So
do they price themselves out saying, okay, let's continue this whole line in Hano, when if they went into the Hot Toys, they can ask for more money, I guess, you know.
But you know what? It's an interesting tactic from Hot Toys, right? Because look, the figure is very simple. It has some intricate details, like you said. It's unique, but
Color.
it's something that if you were to get this in a Hot Toys format, paying what $270, $280,
Yeah.
you know, are you going to pay that for this particular figure? I think the hardcore fans would, but I think Hot Toys is being smart. They're like, this is animated, and the animation style too isn't extreme either. So, you know, I think it's interesting that we're seeing Hano get the first kind of full line. So I'm with you, Nefty. I'm curious to see what's going to happen if they're going to develop more.
It's a great point. It's a great question too, because it's, you know, now it's something to look for, right?
Yeah.
To see how deep they go with lines, depending on obviously how well the show does. And remember that, like Nefty said, this is the first time that they make a show figure, right? So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it does. And maybe if it does well, they continue the line. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not because it's a cheaper figure to make. Maybe they're not waiting on how well the show does. Maybe they're waiting on to see how well the figures do, and maybe they decide to make others from the same line. Who knows how, you know, what they're thinking this time? So we got to wait and see.
No,
what?
Yeah. No, that's right. What he's saying, Terminator T800. What he's saying is true.
It's gonna be like really kids or okay. Yeah, no, I didn't even bother watching the Skeleton Crew at all. I
haven't watched it either.
The moment I saw the trailer and I saw those little animals and those kids, I was like, I am good.
I'm gonna admit it. I cried.
What do you mean?
Was it that good? Was it good?
Oh, I love that cry, bro. I cried.
Really?
Look.
Get out of here, Nefty.
Wait, Nefty, hold on 1 second. Nefty, wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Are those
Pisces? I'm a Pisces.
Wait,
so
question.
I'm emotional.
Question. Are those sad tissues or happy tissues?
I saw the show. I cried at the end. I was like, no.
Now, Rudy, it explains why he loves jazzing.
There you go.
So now, Rudy, 1 to 10, and what are the chances of you getting this?
I'll give it a 7, and I'll say 0 chance of getting this.
Now, do you miss the spider print on it, or you think it'll be fine without it?
I see that's the other thing. It's like the spider print is kind of critical. Again, right? Well,
this is supposed to be like a Gen 1. You know what I mean?
Right, but like the homecoming suit. So
right.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine without it. It's just
you know what this reminds me of, man? Animated Boba Fett.
This guy.
He
was waiting for it.
We're talking about it. We're talking about it. It's unique. The uniform, the colors, isn't that? Sells out. It's a freaking hot item, a grail. A Boba Fett animated.
This guy. So Nefty, 1 to 10, and what are the chances of getting it?
I know I'm not getting it, but I would give it an 8. I like the colors. It's unique. It's unique all around. If I would be an avid Spider-Man collection, I would add this because it's a different look. You know, it's a younger Spidey up and coming, right? Because he doesn't even have his equipment locked in solid. You know,
and now, question for you: how do you feel about the new style of webbing that Hono is doing? That's bending and turning like this, and you could wrap it around. Let me show you. Hold on 1 second. See how they do it? They wrap it around the hands. How do you like that? Do you think it's cool? Do you not care for it?
I like it because it's unique to them. You know, it's unique to the Hono brand, and it should be like that. And look, even in the spirit of collecting, this is a very nice, unique piece. If I would be an avid Spider-Man fan, I would definitely jump on this. But you know, I'm not.
And there's just so much coming out, right? That's the other thing that we got to keep on talking about. There's so much coming out.
Guys, there's 37 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. And now, Rudy, how do you feel about the webbing too? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think it's going to transfer to Hot Toys?
Oh, it's necessary 100% for a Spider-Man figure. Look, I think it's got a very animated look to it, so it definitely belongs with this figure. But for the main MCU ones, I like the type of webbing they do. It just looks more detailed. Happy. I know Nefty dodged that one. He was like, I'm not even acknowledging that one when that came up.
But I gotta tell you something about this figure, Fabs. They also kept it. They kept the idea that Spider-Man has to be posable, so they made this posable. You know, they didn't mess that up either. You know,
Right.
because that's what you think of Spider-Man as, a posable character. So they kept that as well.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. What up?
And Fabs, you and I were talking too that there were like definitely there were issues with the queue, and I saw like everybody in the group too complaining. I was, and I shouldn't say this, but I was in the office, right? And I was like, I had my phone up, and then I had the browser up. That's the only two things I had. And then the phone came up at 4,600 something, and I was like, oh man, I'm not getting anything. And then the computer came up at like 700. So I was pretty excited. I went in, I checked out, got the special edition, no issue. I know a lot of people didn't have that experience, so you know, I definitely sympathize. But for me, it was actually pretty painless. So I managed to secure it. With
Is that your
whatsoever.
usual experience with the queues so far?
You know what? So far, I've had good luck. I don't think that the only ones that I haven't been fortunate enough to get were the ones where I was trying to get like the what was it, the artisan Luke Skywalker, right? Because I was trying to get that for somebody in the community too, just to help, right? Because I know people wanted it, and that one I went in late too, and I didn't even get a chance. But Harley was the worst one. Harley was the one where everything kept crashing, and I had her in my card, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to get this figure. And then finally I managed to get through, but everything else I managed to get at this point.
Wait, I have a question for Brad. Brad. Brad.
Oh no.
I have a question for Brad. I have a question for Brad.
It's going to be a big one considering how much you're.
Yeah.
It's no, it's a good question. It's nothing bad. Brad, are you racist?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Oh man, you racist, Brad. What's great? What's great is Fab doesn't even realize. Oh no, not at all.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh, did it crash?
Not at all. I'm good. I am 100%. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm crashing. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Oh man.
I kept smashing the add to basket button, and then after 10 minutes of that, oh no, I didn't even get to that point. I didn't even get to the cart.
For me, it wasn't a bad experience. Look, it's always a little a little nerve wracking when you're trying to see what the number is, and you know what the number of figures are. But I managed to get it. Look, there was no way I was going to pass on this. I have the first one, right? It's outdated, right? It was definitely a figure that needed an upgrade, more so for the suit, right? Like I had mine posed with the rifle, like just arm bent, and that put stress on the pleather, and that's where my suit is starting to peel. Everything else, the chest is actually okay, but I'm glad that we're getting a real leather uniform.
Yeah, it's a must. It's a must, and at this point in the game, it's necessary.
It's necessary for these figures. Then I know people were complaining about the sculpt. I'm with them. I don't think the sculpt is like a 10 out of 10 yet, but I think it's a pretty solid sculpt. I also don't think it's
better.
like,
how much better do you think this could get? Like, what is it that to you makes it not a 10? What would you fix?
No, you know what I think it is, because I think the likeness is there. I was looking at the hair. I think the way the hair was set up, it looks almost like it's got maybe a little too much volume. It's a little more like
a little puffy,
and I think that's what's throwing it. But look, like I said, for me right now, it's like a 9 sculpt. It's still awesome.
Absolutely.
Right,
I don't think likeness wise it could get any better. The jawline is perfect. The butt chin is perfect.
Right.
The likeness is there 1000%. The hair, if anything's throwing it off, to me, is the hair,
right.
And that's it.
Now, and look, I even like the mask, but I'm not going to cover up that sculpt. That's the problem. That's the thing. So that's where I'm happy I got the original, because I'll have the original with the mask. And now
Yeah, but they're
raccoon
not
eyes,
gonna,
right?
but they're not going to be. They're not going to. You could say, oh, I'll have this one with it. They're not going to be the same size. They're not
Yeah,
going to.
but I'm not going to pose them together, right?
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, the way I've got them envisioned, I'm going to pose this one with the 2.0 Winter Soldier Captain America, right?
Yeah, because they're not going to look
good
good together.
Those two are going to look good together, and I've got the other Bucky with the original Cap, right? So I'm going to pose those together, and I'll have the raccoon eyes with the other one. Look, are the raccoon eyes necessary? I mean, I think we only see them in the one scene in the rooftop where he uses a sniper rifle with Nick Fury. That's the only time we really see him with it. It's a great look. It's an awesome look. I mean, that's a great look, but more often than not, he doesn't have that camo like look on the eyes. So would it have been nice to get it? Yeah. Is it 100% necessary? I don't know that it is. And look, artists has never given us a second sculpt at this point, right? And I don't think they're going to start because then that's going to be how much more money are they going to charge for that, especially if it's rooted. So, look, I think what we're getting is pretty much what as good as we could have expected at this point. I think there's a little room for improvement with the hair, but listen, I trust Hot Toys, and I know you were talking about this on Saturday with Mike and Brandon about how Hot Toys should know better at this point, but I think we've seen a trend with Hot Toys of improving everything. Right. Or mostly, yes, they have some misses, but mostly they've been improving things. So, this was a no-brainer for me. I'm pretty happy with it.
Guys, it's 37 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. And welcome my friend Big Dog. Thank you for being here. Also, let me say hello to Charlie Unicorn. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Tom Cruise.
We got Blinket in the house. Welcome, my friend. I agree. Fix the hair off. Could easily be. Yeah, no, the hair is not a bad thing about it, and it's not going to be a problem. He looks older, probably, so they could use it for Thunderbolts movie. Figure. Well, I could tell you this: it's going to be tweaked. If you pay attention to what they've been doing to figures lately, besides the Mandalorian Obi-Wan and the General Obi-Wan, right? The General Kenobi. That's the only time that they've reused a head sculpt in years. Okay? Yeah. In years. Anytime they make the same character, it is usually always tweaked now. Remember years ago, they would use the same exact figure, give it one way look, another way look, and that's how they would get away with reusing the same figure. Now with the same head sculpt. Now they're giving us rolling eyes, so they can't get away with that. So every head sculpt will be different one way or another. Even if they reuse the same exact face, but they changed the hair, which it looks like what they've been doing, that's most likely what's going to be happening. And plus, another thing, remember this face, because remember that they're only doing this rooted. So another option is, for the new one, they could just make it sculpted reusing the same face, so that's a possibility as well. And I think that's what's most likely is going to happen, because these faces look, it's very good.
I agree with you though, especially with this is and I think I saw it in the comments. This is really the most badass Bucky version we've ever gotten, right? Absolutely. This was, and this is probably still my favorite Marvel movie, even more than Infinity War and Endgame, which I love, right? Winter Soldier was just that movie that really showed what Marvel could do, and Bucky was a badass. So there's a reason people want this version of him. I think for Thunderbolts, I think we're gonna get him, but I'm with you. I think that's gonna be a sculpted version. I don't think they're gonna go artisan off the bat.
Oh no, absolutely not. They're not gonna do. They're not gonna do that for that movie specifically. I can tell you that. And remember that in the trailer, they all look bummed out. They all look like that's not even their actual suits. And I have a feeling they're going to get an upgraded suit in the movie, and those are the types of figures that we're going to get. We're not going to get what we've seen in the trailer so far, because again, they look bummed out. Let me see who else is in here real quick. Let me say hello to you guys. Let me see. Another thing that Charlie's saying, I don't know where the most badass version was the camo eye. Thank you. So the reason why I said it's necessary for me is because remember that in the movie, it was supposed to be a terrorist. Just from that, I feel like the eyes are necessary, because it makes him look that much more evil. That much
right.
More
he's an assassin. He's
correct.
Yep.
So that's why it's necessary to me. If you don't like it, you don't have to get it. You don't have to, you don't have to like it. But to me, if I had the option of clean rooted or Raccoon Eye rooted, I would go Raccoon Eye all day long. I don't need to have a clean Bucky as the Winter Soldier. There's no need. Every other version has no Raccoon Eyes. So why would I want the one with the Raccoon Eyes without? That's why it's necessary. If they were to make every single Bucky that we've seen to date, all of them artisan, the only one that should be different is this one because of the Raccoon Eyes. Every other Bucky has no Raccoon Eyes. So that's why it's very important for this figure specifically. Any other Bucky, it is not needed. You don't need to give him Raccoon Eyes because he doesn't have it after this movie. So that's why it's a big deal to have that in for this movie. Even if, why would you need a clean version for this? You don't at all. Every other Bucky version is clean. You don't need this one to be clean as well, and so that's why I think it's very important for them to do that. Saving, my friend, welcome. Nice to see you. He says, this is the artist that I wanted the most. His main collection is only Marvel villains, so I had to get 2. I don't know what other Marvel villains they would make artisan. Oh, there's plenty coming, my friend. You have the Kingpin from Daredevil coming artisan soon, so you heard it here first.
That's not coming artisan. It took me a second. It took me a second on that one.
Rudy was going to be like, yeah, he's coming too. I agree. No, we're going to get tons. We're going to get tons. Remember that? Another thing that I always tell you guys, there was a time many, many years ago in a galaxy far, far away, okay? Hot Toys wasn't even making villains, okay?
Yeah.
That's what everybody was begging for. Oh, please, Hot Toys, make a villain. We need the villain. Because they were only making what? Iron Man, Batman, Joker, that was it. But they were not making as many villains at all. The villains
remember even from Thor, from the original Thor movie, everybody wanted a Loki, and they teased a Loki in one of the catalogs. We didn't get a Loki from that original movie.
Oh, that's right.
We never got it.
To get a Loki, we never got it. Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was going to look nice too.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing, right? So it's not about I forgot what I was going to say. The villains. Right. Hot Toys was not making, them at all. Like I said, the main villains were the Joker, so that's what we got. 89, Jack Nicholson Joker. We got him twice. We got the Mime. We got the regular. Then we had the Heath Ledger Joker, which was, obviously years later, but that was one of them. And so that was mainly the villains that we were getting. Everything else was Iron Man. Was just one-offs. Blade, 300, King Leonidas. Stuff like that. Then, the moment they started making more villains, then everybody started complaining about everything else. So, Nefty, let's go to you. So, same thing, same question for you. How did you do in the queue, and how would you display this, and how do you feel about they're missing the Raccoon Eyes?
Yeah, man, I'm one of those collectors that wasn't around for the Raccoon Eyes, but the process, man, is like, oh man, Hot Toys, you're leaving money there, man, because I got this guy. I got him. It was a nightmare. I was 2,258, and so I'm thinking I'm gonna wind up getting the other version. And so when my queue came up, I wasn't able to put anything in the cart, this version or the regular version, and I just kept on trying. Eventually, I got this bad boy, the special version, in. And so I got him, but I know it's part of the collecting game. I can't get. I don't have the Raccoon, but I don't have a choice of getting 2 because even at the time when I was at the queue, it was 1 or nothing, and so I'm stuck with showing this guy, displaying this guy.
So wait, so question. So you didn't get it in the queue, correct?
No, no, I got him.
You finally got him, yeah.
Yeah, I finally got him. From my 2,200. Took like about 30 minutes to get into the cart, get to the point where I got to put in the cart. But even when I got there, it took me, because I clocked it, 7 minutes trying between the special edition, the non-special edition. And I was hoping to see which one fell in the cart, and eventually this guy was fell in the cart, and I bought him. But the point is that I couldn't get two. Yeah, at least not at that point. You know what I mean? And I remember the time was around 1:20, so that was 20 minutes after it already opened up. And so I don't have the ability of having two of these to display one with the mask and without the mask, let alone the raccoon eyes. And I know it's part of the game. You're not around when it was there. So I'm hoping that, man, come on, Hot Toys, you're leaving money on the table, man. Come on with
how would you so with that comment, leaving money on the table, how would you want them to give us this in the figure? How would you expect them to do it?
No, I'm hoping that they can come back with a sculpted version raccoon just to satisfy that, because this is a popular figure, man.
Right, I mean, but how would they work that? So right now, this is, obviously everybody's going crazy for this, right? This is sold out already. Now, how would you work that? Knowing Hot Toys' history, as long as you've known, as long as you've been around, if you've never seen that happen, how could you?
Wait. Did they do that with an artisan? Didn't they? Didn't they have an artisan and then they came out with a sculpted version, or they came out?
It's never been like that. It's been the announcement at the same time. So when they come out with a sculpted, right? If they're gonna do a rooted, it's at the same time. Same thing they did with Jack Sparrow. When Jack Sparrow came out, you were able to order either one at the same time. What you're saying is this is all over. That they're gonna all of a sudden announce a second one down the line, which has never happened. That's my point. So
I would say this. The first time it happened, as you said, it happened at the same time, right? There is no law that they can't do it tomorrow.
Correct. But again, I ask you this because if something's never happened, which again doesn't mean that it's never going to happen, but just because it's never happened before, that's why I'm asking you how you think it could happen.
I would ask down the road, whenever they feel they're ready, sculpt the version with the raccoon. And again, I'm not complaining. I understand that part of the collecting game is if you're not around when it came out, it's your loss, or go looking for it at a higher price. So I get it. I understand.
Yeah, but even so, like now at this point, knowing that the original figures leather, that pleather is
I wouldn't
breaking.
Go back.
Right. There's no, and that doesn't mean, and this is I want to be very clear about this. It doesn't mean that going backwards it's going to be problematic. It does not mean that at all. But why would you risk it is my point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so I'm just hoping, this is me putting it out there to the Hot Toy gods or universe, that if we can get a sculpted with the raccoon eye. I mean, this is the bad boy Winter Soldier that I like. I mean, the other versions, I don't even bother getting the other version. I might get it now because just to show a variant of it, and I know that's available, so I might come back and grab one.
Yeah, that would be the only smart thing to do would be get the old version for that look if it's really like something that you need in your collection. But if it's not, then you got this already. Do you really need the raccoon eyes? Obviously, if you're a big fan, you need it, right? Yeah. But if you don't, then you don't. We got Big Rib in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let me catch up with you guys real quick, and then we'll continue. Ringo says, that's why I got two. I'm going to customize one with raccoon eyes.
There you go.
I feel like a lot of people are going to do that. I feel like a lot of people are going to ruin their figures and then up for sale, modified, customized, Winter Soldier figure for $1,000 that nobody's going to buy. So just make sure that if you're going to do this to your figure, that you're keeping this figure forever, because no matter how good you think it looks, you personally, right? You can say this is the best thing in the world. I'm the only one with it. When it comes time to sell your figure, do not expect people to feel how you feel about that figure, because you just ruined it. Even though it may look incredible, it is not the original figure. Therefore, the value is, again, if somebody wants to pay for whatever you want, huh?
Oh, we lost you for a second.
Oh, see, I can't even tell. I'm not freezing over here. So that's the thing, if somebody's willing to pay you whatever it is that you decide to sell it for, then that's a different story. But just because you like it, just because you think it looks good, just because you modified it, just because of whatever you feel about the figure, will never translate to somebody else's, feeling about the figure, right? So if you're going to do this to it, make sure that you know you're going to keep that figure forever, most likely, or sell it for like dirt cheap for somebody to buy it.
And guys, the Winter Soldier for Thunderbolt is not this look, right?
No,
It's
no.
short hair look, right?
No, not yeah. His
No,
hair
yeah,
is like,
he's got longer hair, but it's not. It's a different
weirdly,
look overall.
it's weirdly like shaped too. It's not like this. Like here, he had it like this. The other one's more like back.
Yeah.
It's a different look to him.
No, a lot of hair there, Fabs, huh?
Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Caleb in the house. Thank you for being here. Welcome. 40 watching, only 29 likes. Oh, there's 41 of you guys here. Hit that like button. You garlics, do not start making me yell at you guys already. We've had an amazing stream so far. Rudy's back, COVID free, and you guys won't even hit the like button. You garlics, hit the like button before I block everybody in here. Okay?
They like it more when I'm sick.
Yeah. All right. So now, Rudy, 1 to 10, and how would you display it?
I'm going to give it a 9.5, and I'm going to display him unmasked. And again, that's because I have the other version that I'm going to use, and Nefty, not to rub it in, but I'm gonna do the raccoon eyes with the face mask, right? That's pretty much the intent. So this one's he's gonna get displayed unmasked for this. There's no way I'm hiding that sculpt, right?
And now one more thing, before we go to Nefty, how do you feel about this this year?
So what?
The arms, that was interesting.
So I don't know if you remember the stream where I pulled out the Winter Soldier figure, and somebody had asked me on the stream, what would you like them to update? And I said, well, this arm, doesn't articulate, doesn't do much at all.
Right.
So I was very surprised that they gave us 3. And if you pay attention, they look like they all move because they all have a joint, but they don't do anything, which is very weird. Because
you do have the first one. One of them is they're saying it's articulated, but that looks like it's going to be a 90-degree bend, and that's pretty much it.
So pay attention. Pay attention. 3 interchangeable metal-like left arms. 1 articulated, which is this one. 1 relaxed, which is this one, and 1 bent. So they don't do shit. That's my
no. The bent one is the bottom one.
Correct.
The bent one, right?
Correct.
But the articulated one is the one I think is the first one, and I think that one.
I see what they meant. I see what they meant. So this is the articulated. This is the bent, and this. I gotcha. I was confused.
Right.
I'm like, I see the joint right there. Why are you telling me that he's not doing anything?
Yeah, I thought the same way. I thought they were all like.
Yeah, so did I. I'm like, why would they give us 3 arms that don't do anything?
Right, especially the first 2 would have been very similar. And you know what's interesting? I like that. This reminds me of the original Thanos we got, right, with the pre-posed gauntlet arm.
Yes,
that just looks great, right? But I mean, these aren't that dramatically different, right? I feel like the relaxed arm, it's something you can get with the articulated. The bent arm you can get with the articulated. It's interesting. Look, I think this is more for people that don't like to see the joint, and I do think the articulated one, you can see the joint clearly, but it's masked about as well as you can.
Yeah. I was going to ask you. Go ahead, finish, and then I'll ask you.
But yeah, I just listen. I don't mind it. I think it's awesome if somebody has a specific pose in mind. I don't know that it was 100% necessary.
That's my point. That was my question. Do you think this is necessary? Because how much? Like, why would you need this? Number one, like, you know what I mean? You could do that if you just extend the.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's weird, that they would do all this.
But I'll take it.
All right, so go ahead, you Nefty. 1 to 10, and how do you feel about the arm?
It's a 10. I love everything about this. I'm only saddened that I couldn't get 2. I am, believe it or not, on the waiting list. So hopefully down the road, if someone coughs up their Winter Soldier, I'll pick up a second one. Because so I can at least display him with the mask. Right now he's gonna be without the mask. I love it. I love the arms. I love everything about this bad boy.
But do you think these 3 arms are necessary? Do you think they were needed?
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
Do you think that there's something that we? Do you think that there's something that we needed out of the 3 arms that we couldn't get with just 1?
There has to be a reason why they gave us this 3, and we won't get it.
I think we will find out. I think we will find out when we get it in hand to see what these arms are about.
Right.
I mean, think about it. You know, we've heard figures that articulate, but then how much do they articulate? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, like I said, the original barely bent. It wasn't even a 90 degree. It was barely 90 because it was like that weird hard plastic. So it didn't do much. What he did was swivel to the left and right once it was bent to get better angles, but that was it. It didn't do much when it came to articulation. It never bent like a regular arm. So I get what they're trying to do, but 3 doesn't make sense, you know?
Right. It would be something if it was, to me, if it was a much more dynamic pose. Like, again, going back to that Thanos with the gauntlet, right? The pre-pose gauntlet like that. It was tight. They made it look good, right? They made it look like it was a real arm, no joint. So I get it with a figure like that. And almost like with what they did with the pre-posed Bruce Wayne that comes with the armory, right? Where he's got the arms crossed. Right, you couldn't really achieve that pose. That I would have gotten. I don't know.
You gonna play it, Fabs?
Let's see.
Yeah, so we got a video, guys. It looks like Hot Toys posted. Thanks, Bobo. Boom, boom.
Oh, I see in the body of the details, Hot Toys is thanking Joss and Jazz Inc. Oh, nice.
It says this year marks the 25th anniversary since Hot Toys was founded. Over the years, Hot Toys has been a leader. Thank you. A leader. A leader. A leader. A leader. Not a garlic peasant art. Not a garlic peasant jazzing. Not a garlic peasant caustic plastic. None of that. A leader. A leader. Follow the leader. You garlics. What? What you say? Huh?
Is that playing?
No, I didn't play it yet.
Okay.
I didn't finish it. Let's see. Hot Toys has been a leader and a pioneer in the high-end collectibles industry, fueling unbounded passion for designing, developing, and producing high-quality, high-detailed collectibles with authentic likeness that transcend time and place. In 2025, a quarter century has passed, and Hot Toys will continue its dedication and to discovering, defining, and refining craftsmanship in pursuit of triumph. Stay tuned with us as more is on the way. So here's a video, 25 years of craftsmanship. Here we go.
Bring back Bruce Lee.
Bringing stories to life with flaming passion since 2000. See, I think they're getting a little bit LGBTQ with the flaming, but we'll see what happens. Let's see, 25th Hot Toys. Oh, it's just like logos. It's just telling us that they're being.
It's their 25th year, yeah.
Exactly. They're just telling us they've been the king for 25 years. You're welcome. That's pretty much what's happening right now. Okay,
right.
So have some respect. Have some respect, guys. There's 44 of you guys in it. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. So there you go. A leader in the community and pioneer. Okay, I want to see Jazz Inc. say that. I want to see Caustic say that. I want to see Inart say that. I want to see J&D say that. I want to see them say that. Oh, that's right, because they didn't exist for the past 20 years. You're welcome.
You know, and I know we're gonna get into this a little bit later, but one of those companies, not Jazz Inc., is already showing Hot Toys a little bit of respect. So that's
we're gonna get into that. That's correct. Right. That's correct. Now, real quickly, Rudy, since I know you're not getting any of this, but I know you like this stuff, and you said you may get this. So, how do you feel about these figures? How do you like the line? Do you know the line, and would you get this in your collection?
So I'm ordering. I have to pre-order this one. I have to pre-order this one in Jinx. So when I saw them, beautiful figures, right? Like the craftsmanship is amazing. You got to give credit to Hot Toys, what they're doing with the tattoos, with those big. There's a steampunk feel to it that, I was watching the stream too, and I know Brandon was saying, he wasn't a fan, which I was just kind of laughing a little bit because
he doesn't really know anything besides Star Wars, so that's why.
But I love that steampunk kind of style, and to me, I thought these were beautiful figures. But again, right, I was like, easy pass, and then I made the mistake of watching the show.
Same here.
And the show is so damn good. Like it's an adult animated series, right? Like the violence, the action is incredible. And and the characters are awesome. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, these two are coming home. And this is where I have to worry about. And we were talking about this backstage, but some cuts are going to have to be made in terms of which lines I'm not going to collect, because Hot Toys is going to keep us surprising us with these one-offs, right? These unexpected characters, and these visually have a huge pop to them, and I'm like, I'm not going to pass on these. So,
Tony Tom, welcome. Thank you for this. Garlic says, "All lies. Sideshow Maze Window kills Hot Toys version. Clearly, he's on crystal meth, because this is obviously a lie." So, Rudy, 1 to 10.
This was a 10. This was 10. A 10.
Nefty, what about you? You like the show? You're watching the show?
10 all around. I saw the show first, and then I fell in love with Jinx. And I'm actually happy that at the minimum, at least, we got 2 pieces coming from this line. I would take more, but I'm happy with 2. So yeah, I'm all in. The shelf presence these 2 ladies are gonna have is gonna be great. If they can make more, please, by all means.
This is for me a different experience from like what was it, the One Piece figures that they had. Yes. Right, like I watched those figures look good, and then I watched the show. I didn't even make it through one episode. It was it was just wasn't for me. I watched Arcane, and I was like hooked. I binged the 3rd season. It's so good
because it was very adult, edgy,
Right. There was a good story for that one too.
Yep.
So now, Nefty, we got this repaint, reissue, limited exclusive, limited Batgirl, old school colors. Are you expecting this? Are you waiting for this? Did it ship yet for you?
I am expecting it, but no, it hasn't shipped. I also have the original Arkham Batgirl, so the black and gold.
Black one, yeah.
So yeah, it's the same figure. I remember that one of the big criticism of this figure, the initial, was the legs, the joints. They look very toyish, but I guess for this character,
yes, the hip joints, yeah.
Yep. But yeah, no, this is coming home because I have my Arkham collection.
Rudy, did you pre-order this? Are you getting this? Did you pass on this line? Do you collect Batman?
No, I passed on these.
But you don't have any Arkham, or you do?
No. I passed on the Arkham.
Oh, you didn't.
Right, it's same thing. It's just, and at the time when these were coming out, my budget was a little smaller, right? And that was like,
yeah, but they got payment plans, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, even with payment plans. Yeah, have you checked your payment plans when all of a sudden you realize you got like 20 figures ordered, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, my little payment plan is not that big.
I've done it all. So what would you rate this 1 to 10? And do you think this is exciting in any way, shape, or form, or nah?
To me, it's just another variation of what I have, and different colors. It's like I have a couple of the Batman, what is it, the special edition suit. There was various versions I have of the Arkham Batman, the red one, the black and red, the special edition one with all the gold colors, and then the regular first Arkham Batman, which is that gray and blue suit. He's all like muscle bound,
So it says, gentlemen, it's actually 9 points. Oh my God, look at this Mexican. So it's our LGBTQ night here.
Oh my God, Mike.
Oh man, unbelievable.
Wrong. I don't think so.
Mike's trying to get your Tuesday stream. What is it? Demonetized.
Yeah. This is what I just want to show you guys real quickly. This is what Mike's collection looks like. Oh man. All right, guys. So let's go back to you went Nefty. So Rudy, go ahead. 1 to 10, do you think this is necessary? Is this exciting for you? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
No. Listen, I'll give this one a 7. Right. I like the color variant, but for me, it's not that exciting. But I'm not going to take away some. There are good details, but the doll hair looks a little funky, especially with what Hot Toys is doing now. The cape too, right?
Yeah, the cape's always crap.
Yeah, it's a variant. So for me, I'll give it I think it's a generous 7.
Oh, racist. All right. So also, guys, let me see what else we got from Hot Toys. If not, then we got some more. Nope, that's it. All right. So then also quickly. So again, you didn't go over this, Rudy. This was a big topic on Saturday because again, people are very excited for this, not realizing what they're getting themselves into. The company already started making the rounds on Know Nothing streams, apparently, which again, that's what I was told. I wasn't watching anybody or I didn't see anything. But again, like I said on Saturday, the downfall to that is the streams start licking the balls of the company, and then what happens is you'll never get any honesty because, oh my God, this is perfect, this is amazing, this is the best, and then they kiss that ass, they lick those balls to get product early, to get figures before anybody, so they can make that YouTube money, and then you guys swallow all the lies, and then you believe everything they say, and then you're getting kit bashes at $400, and that's the problem. So,
Right.
Rudy, how do you feel about the figure overall? And tell us how you feel about the company. Did you watch this interview, by the way? I don't know who had it.
Oh, I watched his interview. I did. Look. Putting aside, because I think everything you said is right, and I think we're all, or at least most of us, are aware of that, the way things are working when these companies get interviewed. But the guy that was representing the company seemed very enthusiastic, right? He seemed like somebody who really likes the licenses they're going after, and I did find myself kind of cheering for the guy, rooting for him to be successful.
Who, the owner of
the owner, or the guy the guy that's kind of talking, because he's got a real passion, right? Caustic is doing what the Universal Monsters. He's got a huge passion for that. And then I never thought he put himself in a position where he's like, we're going to be the best. He was putting himself in a position where he's like, there's certain licenses that I want to make that nobody else is going to touch. And we, because we're a smaller outfit, we have the ability to do those without worrying about, selling a huge number. So I appreciated that from him as far as
what line did he mention he's gonna make? What future lines?
Well, not even future lines, but he was talking about like the Bloodsport figure, the Braddock, the Missing in Action figure, right? Because we know, I ordered that Chuck Norris figure, right? Because I love those movies, but you're not going to sell, Captain America numbers for that, or even any of the Star Wars figures, right? It's going to be a much more limited, appealing figure, and I think that's what the guy was talking about, right? Same thing with the Universal Monsters. People like it, but it appeals to a very niche group, I think, of collectors. So that's what he's talking about. And look, he got me with the licenses. I've told you guys all this, right? Like, sometimes I could care less, unless it's a company that I know is going to be completely trash, like Fishbone Toys, third party. I'm never going to buy another figure of theirs, right? They're horrible. The bodies are atrocious, right? The sculpts are nothing like what they look like on the protos. But if you're going to give me a halfway decent figure from a license that I really like, you're going to have my interest. And I think that's where Caustic is coming in, right? They already teased they're doing Conan the Barbarian, which I'm psyched for, right? I love that movie, right? They did Braddock from Missing in Action.
So we were talking about this backstage, right? About specifically what they were going to do with, same thing they're doing with this Frank Dukes figure, right? With Conan, right? So explain to them what we talked about, regarding the kit bashing style of figures that they're making and what you expect out of that Conan, since you're a big fan.
Right. Look, I mean, the Conan, we know what he's making. He's already announced they're going to do 3 versions, right? 3 versions, including one, which is the one that I like, which is the if you guys watched the movie, the
Painted,
the Raid, the one that where he's got the camo, the painted look. But they're gonna do the painted on silicone. That I don't know how that's gonna work, right? Because that's gonna be interesting. But they're teasing that that's gonna be an awesome look, right? And then I'm sure we're gonna get something like just him, maybe from the final battle where he's got all that gear on as well. Look, they're going to reuse the same body. It's Arnold, so they're going to use the same body for all 3 figures at least. I know what we were talking about backstage, Fabs, you were thinking they're just going to reuse the body all over and over.
99.9%, absolutely.
Right. I think the key thing is going to be seeing with this Frank Dukes figure too, which is I think looks great, right? There are some issues I have, right, with it, but I think it looks great. It's going to be, if you have this figure and it ends up being the same body as an Arnold, no way, right? Because
no, this they're not going to use this figure for
right,
for what do you call it, for for Conan at all.
Right.
What I'm saying is, whatever body they do make for Conan is going to get reused 3 times because it's going to be the same. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be the same, and all you're gonna get right is one of them is gonna be the camo version, right? So that's gonna be the standout, I think, and then the other 2 are gonna be different versions of him in different kind of gear, right? Different. Again, I'm expecting him from the final battle where he's got, where he's in the mounds, the Battle of the Mounds, where he's got all that armor. So that's what I'm expecting. So it's gonna be 3 different versions. They're gonna do rooted hair. Like everybody, right? That's their super high-end line with the wool implantation, the silicone medical grade. But look, I took it with a grain of salt. If we get a figure like, now that I'm seeing the Bloodsport, pictures, if we get a figure that's as decent as this is, I think I'm sold on this, because I think they're doing a good job with this, a pretty decent job with this figure. My biggest issue with Caustic is always the paint on the face sculpts. It's not, if you've got one of their figures in hand, it's not like Hot Toys paint, right? Or I'll even say in art where it's hyper real. I think they do something to try to get it looking a certain way, and it ends up looking a little chalky, almost like fake. So that's my biggest issue with them. Yeah, it's too shiny. That's right.
Too shiny, and it looks fake. It looks like a real toy, like very, like unnecessarily shiny.
Right.
And you lose any texture because it's shiny. So it's just, they don't look nice at all. They look very toyish for whatever reason. I don't know why they do what they do, but it is what it is. They don't focus only on 1/6 either. They do a lot of statues and a lot of different scales too, which is another thing why you shouldn't really, think of this company as, strictly 1/6 and that they're competing with Hot Toys, because it's not even anywhere near like that at all. They're not worried about Hot Toys whatsoever.
And like I said, right, the guy even said it, right? He's not in this. He wants to do these licenses, like, and I'm never going to say that Hot Toys is never going to touch, a Jean-Claude Van Damme figure.
They're never going to touch Jean-Claude Van Damme.
no, but listen, you never know. Hot Toys will surprise us with the most random things now and then. But I think the guy has a good approach, right? He's not trying to compete with Hot Toys. He's trying to find his licenses, and they're trying to do things that will appeal to collectors that nobody else is making. So I can appreciate it when companies do that.
Rudy, where have I heard that before? Jazink, where have I heard that before?
Who?
We're
gonna.
He said, "Where have I heard that before?" Jazink.
Jazink.
Guys,
I don't know.
That's
Sorry,
40.
Hey, no.
You garlic.
Figure. Jazink does vehicles. They do diorama.
yeah, but all right, and this is my heel turn. This is the moment I turned heel.
Here we go.
This is where I'm gonna be. Yeah, but you know what? Unlike Caustic, Yost came out saying, "Listen, if Hot Toys doesn't respect me, I'm coming after them." Like, he straight up said that, and I'm like, "Yo."
Wait, who said that? Who said why? Who said why?
That was Yost. He was talking about the licensing for figures or something, and how he was getting blocked in the U.S. and that's why we can't get the Catwoman direct.
Anyway.
So anyway, he made us think. He made us think.
Please hit that like button, you garlic peasants. There's 46 now. There's 43. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. If you're on the stream, hit that like button. YouTube already knows you're watching. You garlic peasant. Hit that like button. The algorithm knows you're staring at me right now. Hit that like button. You garlic.
Matt,
so
do you have more pictures of this? Because this is all.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
And why is it a luxury figure? Why is it a luxury figure?
Because the silicone is what makes it luxury. So now every time they make a body like Conan and this, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg because it's high-end silicone, yet it's a kit bash. Just like we talked about Saturday. Look at the neck on this thing. Again, I told Joe, and Joe could tell you, we talked about this figure. I told him, he's like, "Oh, you getting this?" I said, "Absolutely not." He's like, "Oh, I need it. I'm a fan." I said, "Absolutely." I said, "Everybody who's a fan is stuck getting this because there's nobody else making this at all. So whether it looks like shit or not, if you're a fan, you're going to get this garbage." And like I pointed out on Saturday, like I said, how you can tell it's a kit bash is because, number one, as you can see, this body doesn't even belong to the figure. As you can see, that neck is way too long. Like I said on Saturday also, the body's beautiful. I love the body. It's perfect for him. It looks exactly like him. The joints look beautiful and clean. But again, this is a kit bash. This is not a one, like Mike pointed out too on Saturday. This should be a one-piece whole body, right? They should be making their whole figure, not kit bashing figure. So I can tell you right now, all the look at this. This is not great by any means whatsoever.
Yeah, that sculpt isn't the best.
So,
I know what scene is from, but
movable eyes.
yeah, I think so.
And if you know Rudy, is this just a one-off from this line? That's it, or are they?
No. So they said we're gonna get him, and we're gonna get Chung Li, the bad guy, the main villain. So I'm getting both of those.
Oh,
so look,
man,
just like Joe, and just like you were saying, Fabs, about how you had the conversation with Joe. Look, I love these movies, right? Like Bloodsport. I was mentioning it on my channel. I was like, if you grew up in New York in the tri-state area, right? It was Top Gun, it was Bloodsport, right? Every Saturday night, what was it? W Pix 11 used to have those movies, and it would always be Top Gun. Like every other week, it would be Top Gun. It would be Hunt for Red October, and it would be Bloodsport. So I grew up watching this like 20 times over.
And Rudy,
did you have more channels?
Steven Seagal. We need Steven Seagal.
Rudy, did you have more channels?
No. Well, actually, a quick digression. You know, I had that family that didn't believe in cable because it was too expensive, so we were stuck with your standard
basic cable.
Not even basic antennas.
Oh, the antennas, yeah. And then they ruined it. Nobody could get free TV anymore with that cable. Imagine.
Right.
Derek, my friend, welcome. Don't forget, there's 46 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Like I said, YouTube knows you're watching, you garlic miserable peasant. So hit that like button. If you're staring at my face, just hit the like button. Don't be miserable. Also, Rudy, real quick, and YouTube Nefty. So let's go to here. So it looks like we get the gi, like you mentioned, right? We get a wooden style looking base, which looks like where they were fighting, obviously. And so the two head sculpts, right? It looks like we may be getting rolling eyes.
Yep, I think it's rolling eyes.
Yeah, so it looks like we're getting rolling eyes. This is horrible. But again, the body's what makes this whole figure. I don't think anybody's going to display it with the gi. I think it'll look funny with the gi when you have this body under there. But let's go with you, Nefty. How do you like this figure? Are you getting this figure? And how much would you pay for this figure?
It's my first time seeing this figure, and I'm already thinking I need two. I need both to look. I know I've heard of the company, so I know they've been around. I don't know the pricing on this, so if they stay within standard, Hot Toys pricing, that's why initially I asked you, what is that luxury about? Because when they put words luxury, it scares me.
Right. Then you think you're paying for Jazz Inc. basically.
So I'm hoping to see what the price is. If you guys know, let me know. And where do you buy this, Rudy?
Sideshow might carry it.
Oh, Sideshow. Okay.
Yeah, Sideshow might carry it. I'm curious if you can order direct from them.
Right?
No. But I ordered their Missing in Action figure, the Braddock. I got that one through Sideshow, and I think you could get it through their website as well. So for me, I like Sideshow, but if you have the opportunity to pick up from the company direct, I like to order from the company just because sometimes, like with the Asmus Crown Snake Plissken, right? Mm-hmm. They had a limited 300 diorama, so there's always something extra that's appealing if you buy direct from them.
And Rudy, what's amazing is how they're going back to these nostalgic movies. Snake Plissken, you mentioned, Conan, you mentioned.
Because there's a market for that. There's a market for that. The problem is he's too expensive for that market. So he can't possibly be making tons of them. Number one,
right?
And that's why he has to upcharge because he knows he's not making Hot Toys.
What do you think? More than 300?
I think easily 350, at least.
Two head sculpts,
silicone body, right? Some extra accessories, something like clothing accessories.
Fabs in it? You got more accessories to show?
No, that's it. Literally, that's it. It's just the gi, the base, and the shorts, the belt, the cloth belt, and that's it. This is your entire thing.
No more hands?
No.
I'm sure there might be.
No, just fists. It's literally just the two open hand and a fist. That's it. Hold on, let me remove this. See, open hand and a fist, and then here double fist. That's it. I'm telling you, this is very basic. There's not much to it, and this is exactly like what the iconic Ken, Ryu, Akuma, bunch of hands with a body, a Fison body at that, a silicone body, and that's it. Blinken says, bring up a picture of Van Damme in Bloodsport with his shirt off. His neck looks pretty close to the figure. Blinken, my friend, if you're looking to justify this giraffe, that's okay. That is okay. If you're looking to like the figure, please love the figure. It's your money. You could do whatever you want with it. If you think it's perfect, just like the movie, if you think the movie is accurate to this or this is accurate to the movie, don't worry about it. Buy it and enjoy it. I point out things that I see that don't look good, that don't look for good for the product, that don't look good for the character or as the character. So that's all I do. Obviously, I told you guys I'm not buying this. I'm not paying whatever. I'm not paying whatever amount of money they're charging for a kit bash. I didn't do it for the iconic figures. I am not doing it for this. But like I said, if you're a fan, there is nothing anybody could say about this figure if you're going to buy it regardless. So that's my point. So you don't have to tell me, oh, go look at a picture because it looks like that. It doesn't matter. If you're going to love it, you're going to love it whether he's got two necks or not, right? Because nobody else is making this.
Blinken, though, I will tell you this, because as Faz was talking, I was Googling and I looked up the poster from the movie. I kind of agree with you. I see that the neck looks a little long, but it looks like it matches the poster pretty closely.
No, like I said, it could. I'm not saying that this, I don't like it. I don't like how this looks. This is not natural looking neck right there at all. It looks very detached. And like I told Mike on Saturday, Mike usually when he sees this stuff, when I post it, when I make like, I get an extra head sculpt for a figure and it doesn't match properly, and I just put it on and it looks like he's got a 3 foot long neck. Mike's immediate response is neck. So you know what I mean? So I see this and that's all I think about, right? Just this is all neck. If it's accurate, thank God for the guys who are buying it. Thank God it's accurate for you guys. I don't like it. I don't think it looks natural. That's it. You don't have to tell me about
just you and me for this one.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have. And I'm seeing. I just jumped into Sideshow. I see that Missing in Action Deluxe almost gone at $350. So I'm guessing this might be in the $350 range.
Yeah, that's why I think that's going to be the price range. And then,
do you have this guy, the Missing in Action?
I ordered him. Yeah, I have him on order.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you look at their what's it called? Their Universal Monsters. They have all these crazy accessories too. Like
I saw that.
It's expensive. Those Caustic gets expensive quick.
Yeah, but if anybody's interested in the Missing in Action, is almost gone for Sideshow. That is. I mean,
stop it. TK592. Welcome. Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome. Let me see what you guys are saying. They should have included a pile of bricks.
That would have been awesome. Are you kidding?
Very good, but brick not
hit.
All right, so now Rudy 1 to 10.
9.
Nefty
9.5.
Oh, you peasants!
I knew you were gonna be like
no self-control, and no self-respect.
Please put something out there, guys. The world of toys. Somebody, come on, man, make Bruce Lee, bro. Bring back Bruce Lee.
Hot Toys already tackled that. Hot Toys already tackled that a decade ago. Take it easy.
Nefty. InArt is making Bruce Lee.
Yeah, but it's 112.
Nope, 1/6.
1/6.
Worldwide license.
Oh, fabuloso! How you doing?
Look at that. He's about to kill me.
Just wait. Wait until that garbage is out, and I pull out my Bruce Lee figures from 2001 that Hot Toys made, and we'll see who wins. Still, okay?
Which one are they making?
Hot Toys out of here. Exactly. They're making nothing. All right. So now, guys. We got some more drama. Obviously, we know that. Actually, not much. Just one more thing, and then we get into the conversation that we were supposed to get into. So something that happened last week that I was supposed to get into on Saturday. Guys, there's 40 of you guys, and hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. there was something that happened last week that I was supposed to get into on Saturday, but again, because of the raffle and all that stuff, it was too crazy. So here it is, guys. It looks like J&D, obviously the new Hot Toys killer, of course, just making sure you guys know this. It looks like this is getting shipped and somebody got this, and apparently they were trying to move the arm, supposedly the eye. And I don't know how the hell you rip off a chunk of the bottom lid.
I don't know about that.
Okay?
Jesus.
Like, that is crazy. I don't know. Look, and still, there's no Heath Ledger in here whatsoever. Like, not even a little bit. So, Rudy, how did you feel, or how would you feel, right? Number one, knowing that this figure is $2,000, okay? Number two, the way it looks, right? The final product. And number three, the fact that they decided to recall the figure. Again, for whatever reason, I think they said they're gonna make this better and that better and blah blah blah. The figure, first of all, to be charging $2,000 for a figure it's that ridiculous. You have to recall. First of all, that you have to recall, it's already embarrassing. Okay, it's already embarrassing because you're charging prices of a company that sounds like at that $2,000 price tag that this figure is going to be the most incredible thing in the 1/6 scale world, and you have to recall it for whatever reason at that price point. Says everything, at least to me, says everything you know, everything you need to know about that company. Okay, so
I'll tell you, I'll tell you, like, because I don't know if you guys know, but I ordered the Kojin Works Quidditch Harry Potter. I ordered him because he wasn't cheap, but he wasn't $2,000. So that's one thing. And I thought they were going to cut down on the prices because $2,000 is ridiculous, right? $2,000 is stupid at that point, right? I mean, the in-art pricing is stupid, right? Some of the Hot Toys pricing is stupid. J&D is out of their mind.
Oh, wait. Question.
Some of it is. Some of it is.
Well, before you continue, explain that, because that's very important. Because somebody, Aaron, shout out to Aaron. I don't know if he's here or not. He was talking about how, he commented on the stream saying, what is the problem with having competition? We get cheaper figures, which again, it's not true with any.
It's not true.
So my question to you is, saying that even some of the Hot Toys pricing is a little crazy, too much, whatever the words you said, was why do you feel that way when you know that the quality is there, the experience is there?
Because I think Hot Toys is giving us really, really high quality figures at a lower price point. And look, inflation and everything, prices continue to increase, just the way of the world. But I think companies like Inar coming in charging $600 for a figure, $1,000 for 2-pack, other companies see that and they're like, well, we're leaving money on the table. Why don't we increase our prices a little bit? So I think everybody's getting, everybody talks about competition being good and how it forces companies to improve. Yeah, that's true. But I think the price points that are coming in now are also showing companies, like we're seeing it with third party starting to increase prices. We just talked about Caustic Plastic, right? They're coming in with smaller figure batches and they're charging $350, right? And they know that we as collectors, and look, is the pricing too high? Maybe, but they know that we as collectors are going to pick it up. That's the thing. Right. Having said that, J&D at 2,000 is out of their minds. Right. And we joke about, we do talk about Inart. We talk about Jazz Inc. and their prices. Dude, I look at this and I'm just like, if there's one company that's going to fail that I don't expect to be in the market for much longer, it's J&D at this point. It's Kojin Works, especially with how we always talk about the initial figure from any company. We've talked about it with Jazz Inc., right? That Catwoman better be the best figure out there because otherwise he's screwed. J&D just did exactly that. They charged $2,000. Their figure didn't look like Heath Ledger. There were tons of issues. Their eyes are like ripping. I mean, come on. At that point, I'm sorry. This is the most epic fail for a product launch, I think, ever at this point. I'm sorry, J&D's done. maybe it has its followers, but
I was just gonna say, how do you take that in the community, as you know, especially like us, we've been collecting for a while. We see how companies have come out and you know, had product and shown product, and this is the worst release I've ever seen in the community. And the biggest slap in the face is that they priced it so stupidly high that it's even more embarrassing for them to end up with some garbage like this.
If you're gonna charge $2,000, that figure has to be perfect.
Correct.
Like everything, right?
Everything.
The experience,
Correct.
the accessories, everything has to be perfect. The likeness has to be the best likeness ever.
Absolutely.
And the fact that when this came out, I'm sorry, but the universal reaction that I saw was basically, this is the most ridiculous thing out there.
Absolutely.
That's a fail. That we're not even talking about some people can, you know, depending on people's tastes, some people are seeing it. It was like universal.
Well,
this was a fail.
Because the thing is, like I said, there is nothing. First of all, overall, okay. Obviously, there are you know, variations to what I'm about to say, but in a 1/6 scale figure, okay, any 1/6 scale figure shouldn't be more than 150 to 200 bucks. Period. Obviously, a Thanos will be a little bit more, an Ironmonger will be a little bit more, a Hulk Buster is going to be a little bit more. You know, so things vary, but a standard 1/6 scale figure should not be 300 and change, should not be 400 and change, and none of that, right? So to come in at 2,000, what are you thinking? And not only that, the guy had the nerve to say, this is for my super billionaire customers, right?
Look,
so he already excluded anybody else that wasn't a super rich customer of his, or his Koreans, or whatever the hell he said.
Oh, 100%. And
that
look,
alone.
and when we talk about caustic plastic, you know how we were talking about how the owner came out and yeah, it was a stream. He was on the stream, right? He wasn't trying to say like, I'm the next Hot Toys. He was very humble, I thought, and he was very passionate about his licenses. Well, you know, that makes you want to root for the guy. Well, this guy from J&D, totally different attitude, cocky attitude. Like we're gonna be the best, and then
and that's why it backfires. That's why. And what did I say last stream? The people who came into the community trying to scam us have failed. Inart came in trying to scam us, fail. J&D came in trying to scam us, fail. This is what happens. This is what happens because none of this belongs in the community. We should not be paying no $1,000, no $800, no $500, no $400 for no regular scale, a regular 1/6 scale figure at all. No, and that's including a head sculpt. Okay, that's not even a helmeted figure that, you know, we're getting killed with those two, but that's another conversation. So them coming in at that price point with nothing but damage, right, with their figures. Not only the damage, but the likeness wasn't even there, right? The most basic thing of the figure, which was the likeness, wasn't even there. What are we paying for? The Rottweilers that came with? You know what I mean? Like what are we paying for? It doesn't look like the actor. It doesn't look like the character. It's not good when it comes to quality, clearly, because how the hell does that even happen?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know, so what is $2,000?
And look, on top of things, right? I'm gonna say it, they were idiots because they came in, right? Like, unlike Inart coming in years after Hot Toys had put out the last Joker, right? We got the Inart 2-pack, and then we got the Artisan Joker from Hot Toys that everybody's loving, right? So you just got two major hits. You just had two companies deliver two, you know, pretty decent Jokers, and Artisan deliver an amazing Joker, right? If you're going to compete at that point, you better make sure that yours hits, and they failed. It was.
I have a, you know, they're so pompous and cocky. My suggestion to J&D is this. This is how you fix this right now, right? First of all, J&D, you're going to have to take it in the chin, all right? And this is how. First of all, you're going to say it was lost in translation. One of your administrator forgot to hit the currency, so you didn't mean $2,000. You meant 200 American dollars. Take it. You'll be very popular. You'll be very popular. Let me tell you something. You know what? Let's go big. $150. Flood the market.
Let me tell you something.
Popular.
Let me tell you something. That'll be the fastest selling 1/6 scale figure in the world. Okay?
Everybody be like, "Holy cow!"
Everybody who
Oh
gets
my
it at
God.
150 will be like, "This is the Hot Toys killer."
I'm telling you, that is a turnaround. Got to take it in the chin. Gonna have to take a loss on this one. But if they say, "Hey, it was an administrator, new hire, it was lost in translation. They forgot to hit the currency conversion button. It's really $150. Here you go, guys. That's it."
All right, so go ahead, Rudy. Let's start the conversation we were supposed to have. So go ahead. Let's start it off.
So basically, so in art, right? And I always joke as Fabs. I'll tell everybody here, and Nefty, it's true, right?
All right,
I'm
so
always
let
asking.
me let me
Go
set
ahead.
it up. So we're going to be having a conversation on something that happened. I had no idea. Apparently there was an interview, or obviously they showed up at somebody's stream. The COO of Inart and John appeared on, I don't know whose stream, doesn't matter. So we're going to get into the conversation that was had, because again, I didn't watch it. I didn't know anything about it. So go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah, so that was interesting, because I've been saying John since the fiasco with the Joker, right? The Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Since Hot Toys came in with their version at a much more reasonable price, they kind of went radio silent. Like I did not see him turn up anywhere, right? And it was almost like, all right, maybe they're just staying quiet. So they finally showed up. What was surprising is he showed up with the COO of Inart, right? And the guy was where John, we got used to I'll have to check and I'll have to do this. The COO was much more open a little bit, right? He was much more willing to disclose certain things. And it was an interesting conversation, right? So
more
obvious,
open, more honest.
More honest. And
well, he has to answer up for everything.
Well, I'll tell you, the first thing that struck me was we've just talked a little bit about the cockiness that J&D came in with, right? And how, Inart came in with a similar bit of cockiness to them, right? This guy, they asked him about is Inart going to potentially do a Bane or a Harley Quinn? And with the Bane, I was surprised at his answer, because he straight up said, look, it's not in the cards right now, maybe down the road. And right now he even named them. I think he said Hot Toys just put out a Bane, and we look at it and it's like, how much more can we really improve on that? So he gave Hot Toys props. He said, basically they're not going to compete with Hot Toys. There's already a product in the market that's pretty high end. And he alluded to the same thing with the Harley Quinn.
Which is what I told you guys when the first time, this was months ago, last year actually, when it came out that they had canceled their Black Adam from their list. And what did I tell you guys? There is absolutely no way that they're going to compete with Hot Toys' Black Adam. Number one, just from the body that they use for their Superman alone, tells me at least, because that's how I knew that this was going to happen. Number one, they don't make their own bodies. That's number one. Okay. They may get their bodies made for them, but they don't make their own bodies, meaning their own specific bodies for figures. I can tell you their bodies are very generic. Number two, right? The Hot Toys body that they use for that Black Adam, I can tell you Inart does not own anything like it. So what they were going to do was use that Superman body to give you a regular scaled Black Adam. The problem is The Rock does not look regular. That's why Hot Toys went with that massive, humongous, bulky body that Inart was never going to go near. That's why they canceled their figure. Go ahead.
Right. So look, and again, the COO basically came in and he also said, plans have changed. The direction that the company is taking has changed a little bit. Obviously, I'll get into Morphig a little bit, because that was an interesting conversation too. But when it comes to 6 scale, when Inart launched, they had that whole list of figures they were trying to release, right? There was a Mira from Aquaman, Black Adam was on that list, right? They had all these figures they were looking to release, and obviously that plans have changed. And I remember from the early interviews with John, they were saying, we're going to go after iconic characters. We're not necessarily going to go deep into a line. And the COO basically came in and said, and we're seeing it already with some of the lines, that strategy has changed. And they were talking about licenses and going after other licenses. And they said, you know what? We actually are satisfied with the licenses we have right now. and he said what we're looking to do is finish the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring line, right? Do all the figures from that. They said we're going to go deep into the Harry Potter line, which originally they hadn't, right? It was going to be the 3 kids, and they said Dumbledore's coming, Snape is coming. They're going to do an adult kid. They might be doing some other figures. They're going to finish those. They mentioned Dune, because when Dune released, when the Paul Atreides released, right, they said, well, we're probably just going to do Paul. Now they're looking at doing some figures from Dune 2 and continuing that line, right? So that was interesting to me. It was just interesting that they've kind of veered off. And Fabs, when we've had this conversation, I've always said the biggest thing that I wanted from InArt, and that I think, don't compete with Hot Toys, right? You're never going to compete with Hot Toys.
I don't think anybody should. I don't think any company.
It's like what Caustic is doing, and that's why I like the guy from Caustic. It's you chart your own course, and right, Lord of the Rings, nobody is really tackling them, right? Asmus is doing some Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter is dead, right? Nobody's touching that line at this point, other than J&D, which I think is dead. Look! I mean, the guy spoke. It was common sense, right? And I have to be honest, as opposed to like this whole conversation, and I am going to throw Jazz Inc. into the under the bus a little bit, as opposed to that cockiness from Yosh when he was like, if Hot Toys messes with me, I'm coming for them. It's like, whoa, that's big talk, right? This guy was like, no, we're not going to compete with that Hot Toys product.
Wait, before you continue, what he was trying to say was he was hoping Hot Toys didn't step on him like a cockroach. That's what he was trying to say. Right.
So look, and they said they're going to do Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Dune, Walking Dead. Listen, I'm being honest. I'm just disseminating information here from what I heard. Take it with a grain of salt.
I got some for Charlie.
This is my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy.
We haven't seen that one in a while.
I know.
And then they talked about The Walking Dead, right? The Walking Dead line. That's where they mentioned Bruce Lee as well. And they said the only other license they teased that we're pretty sure they got was Terminator. So it looks like they're getting into the Terminator market. I don't know if it's T2. I don't know what part of Terminator or what license.
Now, question for you guys. Yeah. Question for you specifically. And you too, Nefty, if you think. Do you think that InArt will be getting into die-cast figures at all?
I mean, they haven't shown any sign of it. Have they mentioned any Iron Man or anything like that? They haven't.
No.
That's what I was wondering.
And you know what? The guy again, right? This is where look, we're all used to the John streams, right? This is the first time I've seen this other guy talking. So John is always like, "Oh, this is a good idea. We'll look into it." This guy, they asked him about vehicles, and he's like, "Nope, not touching them. Not touching them at all." Right? And then they asked him about, I think there was an armored figure that they talked about, and they said they don't have the experience right now to do something like that. Right?
Exactly.
So the guy was honest.
No. So that's my point. So the fact that this is coming out of their own mouth, and you garlics have been fighting with me when I've been saying this from day one. And you garlics come in here telling me InArt is great, InArt is the best, InArt is shit. Anybody who likes it, you're allowed to like it. Anybody who thinks that it's slightly better than Hot Toys in any way, shape, or form is literally mentally retarded. Okay? It's mentally retarded because it doesn't make any sense. And again, you guys can love it all you want. You can spend all your paychecks on it all you want. It will never be better than Hot Toys. And the fact that it's finally coming out of their mouth directly says it all. You had all the YouTubers that don't know anything, that don't buy anything, don't collect anything, telling you guys that this was the best shit on the market. Their own employees are telling you that it's not. When I told you guys that they were garbage, I was the bad guy. And here we are, coming out of their own mouth directly.
Right. Look, the again, right? The first thing that struck me is that the guy showed respect for Hot Toys, right? He mentioned them by name. And he said, we're not going to do those figures. And for you, Mitchell, yeah, Thorn is apparently coming out this year. He said that they're going to put it up for pre-order.
Mitchell, welcome.
Hello!
Hi, Rudy.
So, I just saw TK's next comment.
Rudy about to join the influencer bachelor.
Yeah, right. Listen, everybody's got their Paul Atreides, and then mine is still like God knows where at this point.
Yeah, that Paul Atreides looks like asshole.
So we'll see. So that was interesting, but it looks like they're saying they're gonna do Two Towers, right? Then they're gonna do the Lord of the Rings sequel as well and Return of the King, but they're gonna finish the first movie first before they jump into that next one. It looks like we're gonna get an adult Harry Potter. I don't know from which movie, but it looks like again they're gonna jump into those as well. So it looks like they're satisfied with the licenses they have right now, and they're gonna look to go deep into those. And it's the same thing, right? They're gonna target a specific market.
Wasn't one of the questions? Are you completing lines? What they say?
They are. They're looking to do that. That's their new strategy, right?
Oh, okay.
And because they were asking them, are you going to acquire this? Are you going to acquire this? Are you going to do that? And they said, we got our plates full for the next few years, actually, right? They're still going to be doing DC figures, obviously.
And now when you talk about they're making lines, how many figures per line did they say or no?
No, but for Lord of the Rings, for the Fellowship of the Ring, right? They're going to complete the Fellowship. I didn't hear anything about Boromir, right? The Sean Bean character, but I would imagine that they're going to make him. From Harry Potter, they're making more figures, right? They're making Draco, they're making Snape, they're making Dumbledore. They're going to go to more movies. So they're going deep into it. And then The Walking Dead, right? They've got the 3 figures. They did say Game of Thrones is more like a 2026 license. They're redoing it. And then they are still doing the Christopher Reeves, but that one's going to be, I think they said late 2025, early 2026. So look, the guy said we're changing directions, because when they started, it was going to be all right. We're just going to do this. We're going to do the iconic characters, and now
they came in with the hype. That's what it was. They came in enticing everybody with we're making this, we're making that. The positive thing with that was it was a new company giving us their take on certain figures that Hot Toys had already made, and that's always welcome. The problem was that, again, the YouTubers ruined it for everybody, number one, and then number two, the company came out with the product and it was garbage on top of the YouTubers being lying sack of shits. So that's what happened, and that's what made InArt look that much worse, which is why and this comment from Ringo, you're the Batman Fab. I was the hated one for speaking the truth from day one. Everybody was like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. People would come on my channel to tell me that I was wrong about InArt. I've been the only one talking about it, telling you how it is from day one.
Right.
And here we are.
And so look, I think,
what?
No, keep going. Go.
No, I was going to say, you don't have to like what I say. You don't have to like my delivery, like I always say. I am not wrong. It's very obvious. Just because you're blinded by the FOMO, you're blinded by the bullshit, doesn't mean it's not real. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. So that's why when people come for me about InArt, you don't know what you're talking about. If you're defending a company that was born yesterday and talking shit about the company that you're buying yourself that's been out for 20 years, 25 years at that, it's common sense.
Right.
But they want to come off like they're defending this, the honor of some God knows what. And don't talk about InArt. Hot Toys is the garbage. You are retarded.
Right. And look. So it looks like InArt is changing courses. And again, right after John and constantly getting the marketing kind of thing, where he's like, oh, every figure that somebody said, oh, are you making John Wick? He's like, yeah, we're making John Wick. Now it's like, yeah, we're not making John Wick. We're not doing it.
Brad, look at Brad's comment. Fab's a huge Harry Potter and Hermione. Hermione fan. I don't even know how to say Hermione, okay?
Right.
Get out of here.
And then they did talk about Morphig, right? And
right.
Morphig,
so what I said about Morphig, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I think that if they focused on Morphig, the 112 line, they would kill it. I think they would kill that size, because for the 1/6, what they make is not anywhere near Hot Toys, right? It's nowhere near it, but it is not super. It's bad, okay? The likenesses are bad. Nothing looks great, but it is not, like it is not worse than Caustic. I can tell you that, right? Caustic adds that shine. At least they don't, right? But the likenesses are always off. Their 112 though, the showcase that they had, that they teased all these figures that were coming out. Some of them at least look very, very good. So I said, what did I say? If they focused at 112, they would be king of 112.
Right, and I think the guy basically said there's a lot less risk on the 112th
Absolutely.
market. Yeah. But what they're looking to do in 112th is focus on comic books and video games. So that's why you saw a lot of the Batman, style figures are from comics, from the comics and from the video games. They're doing the Monkey King figure in 1/6, but they're also going to go deep into that line in 1/12. So that's what they said. People were asking them, "Are you going to do some of these video game characters in 6 scale?" And the guy basically said, "No, Morphig they're seeing as about $100 price point."
That's perfect. Perfect.
Which I think that's
perfect.
It almost seems like in our had to take a very careful assessment of what they were doing, and change.
Yeah, they had to
step
back.
Like
they had to relax. They had to figure out a game plan because they came in, like they were going to take over the market. And again, it was smart. It was smart. The problem is going on streams. Okay, going on YouTuber streams that don't collect anything was their biggest mistake. Right. Because how do you take advice or how do you take any credibility from someone that doesn't own anything? And TK592 has a great comment. He says same influencers are still making their bulk of their videos on Hot Toys, figures, and topics. Because Hot Toys is the only company that is dropping figure after figure after figure. That is the only company that is relevant. The only company that is making good quality stuff. That is making as many products as quickly, as frequent, releasing left and right. So that they will always be making their content on Hot Toys and Hot Toys topics because that's what it is. But they tried to get in with these companies, which is what they did. Right? They try to get in so they could get early products. So what do? Because these people have no shame. These people have no self-respect. These people have no anything about themselves. They will suck these nuts all the way to the YouTube channel so they could get their free figures, their early figures, their early batches. So they could, again, make the YouTube money. So they will lick balls all day, every day for that reason. Because again, they don't care. They don't care. They're not loyal to anybody. They've told you to your face, we're not loyal to nobody. Okay? We don't owe anything to anybody. And so they know very well that Hot Toys is king. But what do? They create drama on their channels saying the things that they say. So what does that cause? It causes people to go to their channels, to look, to comment, oh, this is blah, blah, blah. This, and what are they doing? They're taking it all those bad comments, all those comments saying that that they don't collect, that what are they doing in the community? You don't belong here. YouTubers make the there's no passion with because I've seen those comments. There's no passion with these YouTubers when it comes to collecting, so they water down the hobby 100%. If you're not a collector, what are you talking about? What can you possibly tell anybody about if you're not about it? So that's when it's even more clear. Wait a minute. So this guy's getting early product from a company that came out of nowhere. The guy clearly doesn't collect. What am I doing here? What am I watching? What can I get out of this? There's no experience, right? There's no collection, right? There's great YouTubing. That's it. So that's what happens. And again, it has nothing to do with, hating on any channel, or they could do whatever the hell they want. So it's not about that. But because of the YouTubing skills, it looks like they know something. That's the problem. They don't know anything because they don't know any product. They don't know any. They can make a great video. So it's, oh, look at this. This is the best thing in the world. And there goes everybody else. Because it's just what it is. It shouldn't be like that. So that's why I tell you guys, don't believe everything, especially from people that don't even collect.
Right.
These people live in bedrooms. What collection can you possibly have in a bedroom? What experience can you have in a bedroom? But because you know how to make a video, you know how to make a thumbnail. Oh my God, this guy knows it all. Oh my God, he's got this. It's all crap. And like I said, you guys don't have to like me. You guys don't have to care about me at all. Every single thing I've been telling you guys from day one has been true. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe me or not, whether you care for it or not. That's the difference between a collector and a YouTuber. Truth and experience. I don't need to go lick anybody's ass to get an early product. For what? I can buy it myself and tell you how much garbage it is. I don't need to get it for free to tell you how much garbage it is, because I would never lie for anybody about a product that is garbage. For what? So you could go get it, for me to get what out of it? Nothing. So that's what happens. People sell their soul because, again, they're not loyal to nobody. They don't care. They care about themselves, making that money, and whatever happens to you and your money, it's not their problem. I am not that person. That's why I get excited when people fall for bullshit, because it's stupid. How do you not see that coming? Oh, it's the best because somebody told me. A lot of these people that say that these companies are the best don't even own anything from these companies. That's how disgusting it is. That they talk all this positivity about products they don't even own. It's crazy. I told you guys this on Saturday. I had when I did my Pennywise video, my Pennywise B version from InArt, I had somebody without the figure telling me that I was wrong about the figure. How? How am I wrong? It's right here. Where's yours? Oh, you don't have it? How am I wrong? So this is what happens. These people are fucking delusional. They're fucking retarded. They have no common sense. They have no logic, because none of it is, all of it is illogical. All of it, because it makes no sense. So that's why I get upset. And again, you guys dislike the fact that I get excited. You guys dislike my tone about it, about speaking factual information. Oh, that guy's an asshole because he yelled. It's all I've been saying from day one has been 100% true. There hasn't been one thing that I've told you about that has turned out to be a lie or false or not true. It's that simple. It's that simple. If you're getting something out of something, you have to kiss that ass. It's that simple. If anybody was giving me a free figure for me to review this free figure, or sent it to me early at a discount, I cannot say anything bad about that figure. Or if I say anything bad, it has to be very, very lightly bad or very mildly bad. It can't be like, oh, this figure sucks. This figure doesn't do this. It doesn't do that. You can't do any of that. So you will never be able to be honest with anybody because you're getting a kickback from. That's why, example, pharmaceutical companies. How do they get a kickback? Not being loyal to you. They're loyal to the pharmaceutical company, not to you. So they're pumping you up with medicine that benefits the pharmaceutical company, not you. So same thing with a YouTuber. They're pushing a product down your throat that they don't even care for because they got it for free or at a discount. They're there to push it down your throat because that's why they got it early. And you're supposed to say what? Oh, man, my favorite YouTuber that doesn't collect told me this was the best. I got to go get it. It's disgusting. And you garlics fall for it every time because somebody told you. Crazy. Let me catch up with you guys real quickly. Rudy, Nefty. So how do you feel about this company overall, especially after this debacle with the Joker? And would you ever consider getting any other products?
I don't even bother reading about J&D when they come up in social media. So I completely shut them off from day one when that first CEO video about him advocating for his millionaires. I was like, forget it. I can take my money elsewhere. You know, and then I haven't really, like, even today's J&D news was news to me because I don't even follow them. If I even see them, I keep scrolling.
Yeah, yeah, no, there's nothing exciting about the company. And again, What did it for me was the price point, number one, and the disrespectful comment of this is from my high-end collectors here in Korea. You can keep them all. Ren, my friend, welcome. Let me just catch up real quickly. Faz, read my comment. Which one? Let me see. Inner's the best Faz. That's correct. Here for Rudy. In case you didn't see.
No.
Holy shit.
Can you imagine? This is the Hot Toys killer. Can somebody tell me, please, in the chat, how many times you've gotten 2 left feet or 2 right feet from Hot Toys? Hold on one second. Let me ask it again. Can somebody in the chat tell me, please, how many times you've gotten a right foot or 2 right feet or 2 left feet from Hot Toys?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Exactly. So they suck all around. They suck with price. They suck with quality. They suck with product. They suck with everything. And you guys are sitting there going, God, this is better than Hot Toys. With your bullshit Cheerios that everybody got, like a bunch of peasants. So, Nefty, what did you say? You said you would you ever get anything from this? No.
No, not at all. I completely shut that company off. Like I said, when they pop up in social media, just keep on scrolling. Because
so now you have a bad taste in your mouth because of what? Because of the product, or because of the fact that they made that comment of
that comment turned me off, and the pricing too. The pricing is out of control, So I was like, okay, keep it moving.
Exactly. This guy. It just says a 2 left feet special deluxe edition. Yeah, exactly. You got the inert exclusive. All right, guys. So, Rudy, are you expecting anything? Waiting for anything? Did you order anything recently? Do you collect?
Dude, now that I'm catching up, like, I got a bunch of new figures that I've got to go through. Right, I got Revan, finally came in yesterday.
Wait, Ernesto, my friend.
So let's see. I got Revan. I got John Wick. I got the in-art Ron Weasley, appropriately enough for the conversation. I still have to unbox Lady Pool.
Lady Pool looks great, man.
I have to unbox her. I got Jean-Luc Picard from X06. I've got the big armor, the T60 armor from Fallout from 3.0.
Wait, don't talk about that. Wait, this is a Hot Toy stream. Go ahead.
I got the Alice.
Wait, do you have the boxes near you so you could show them what the hell you're talking about? No,
fine. You guys talk. No, I got them up. Give me a second.
Well, no, because I wanted because when he told me about this T60, I'm like, did he mean present
let me get that one really.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want you to show him. So he collects this. I forget the line, but he said, Fallout, and he goes, oh, I got the T60, and I'm thinking present toys T600, but I'm like, there was not a figure. It was a T1000, T800. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So this is what he's talking about. All right. So explain what that is.
So if any of you've played the video game Fallout or watched the show, it's the big armor.
Yep.
So this thing is massive, and you're supposed to be able to put it together. So that came in. I got Alice from Resident Evil, right? Premier Toys just came in. I've got the Nathan Drake supposedly getting delivered tomorrow, from Lim Toys, and then I've got Jack Sparrow on Thursday.
Good.
Yeah, that Nathan Drake looks awesome.
That body is what makes that figure too. That body
looks well. The diorama base on that figure looks insane with all the little artifacts that you could put into.
Yep.
And I just got my shipping notice. Nebula shipping.
Oh, Nebula!
Guardians.
Finally. My God, I feel like she was out for like 3 months already.
Yeah, it's insane.
Let me see. What did I get? Of course, nothing. All right, guys. Nefty, what are you waiting for? Actually, wait, hold on. Jovan says, I got Suicide Squad Deadshot incoming this week. Thank you for collecting, my friend. That figure came out in what, 2001?
Still a great figure, though.
No, it's a beautiful figure. So let me tell you my story about that figure. So I bought 2 of them when they came out, and I was going to do one with the helmet, one with the mask, and then one without. And then I opened one. I was like, do I really need the second one? I was like, nah. So I left it in the box for years. I want to say Art Figures came out with Deadshot as well. So I bought 2 of those. So I got one hot toy out, right, with the head sculpt, and then two art figures, Deadshot figures, right? One with the mask, one without. Obviously, the head sculpt for the art figures is not as good as the Hot Toys figure. Obviously, this was years ago. Last year, William, shout out to William, he was selling just a spare, not a spare, like it was in a box and everything, but he just had it. And I said, give me that. So I got it from him, my second Hot Toys one. So now I have one with the mask Hot Toys, one without the mask Hot Toys, one with the mask art figures, one without the mask art figures. I don't know why I got 4 Deadshot. He's not even that great of a character, but the outfits are great. The amount of weapons are great. The mask with the thing on it is beautiful. So that's why I got that. But go ahead, Nefty.
I got 4 coming from Sideshow, but more importantly, I'm hoping tonight they drop something because based on pattern, right? They dropped on the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and today's the 28th. So they've been dropping every Tuesday. It was the Human Torch, Rain, the Winter Soldier, and so tonight it's based on their pattern. As I've been keeping track, something has to come out tonight.
Well, so every Tuesday, every time we get off stream, literally
drops.
minutes after.
I have a list there, going list. The only exception was January 1st. That didn't fall in on the Tuesday, but then after that, it's been on the 7th, on the 14th, on the 19th, and the 27th. That's no. I still have it on the list. But we'll do a figure tonight. So let's see what we get tonight.
Yeah. So like I said,
although they're in Chinese New Year right now, right? They just kicked that off. So
yeah, but they got one guy behind saying hit enter.
Well, no, the problem isn't Hot Toys. The problem is Sideshow. Hot Toys,
right?
Hot Toys will do it, and then Sideshow will, immediately add it to the website. I know it's not canon, but I'm having that show with my King Shark, Peacemaker, and eventually. Oh, that's still a cool look though. It'll look fine. It'll belong there. Yeah. Because remember, you could use Deadshot as a blood sport, so it's it's the same thing. That's exactly why I feel like they did the same character, the assassin character.
I gotta get that third party Ghost Rider, so I can put him in with Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, and eventually Punisher. Together.
Wait, what third party Ghost Rider? Oh, the present
toys one. That looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, present toy.
The skull one. I don't know. The skull head.
I wanted the skull.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It looked kind of like bulky for what it's supposed to be. At least it's a little bit bigger than the Hot Toys. There's always one guy left holding the line. Bro, they could drop throughout the year. They can time drop. Yep, exactly. Sideshow's having a Hot Toys very. Yep, absolutely, guys. Don't forget to go RSVP for the event because you're gonna get notifications. Correction 6 and 7. Also, guys, that was something I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. I forgot. All right, I'll think about it. I'll let you guys know. Nefty, you said you're getting what? Are you expecting what you said?
The Armory. What is it? Ant-Man.
Oh yes, the Armory guys. The Armory guy got that he was charging soon too. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the Armory and two more figures.
Supergirl, right?
Oh, Supergirl. Yep, Supergirl is another one, and one more. I just when I get him, I get him.
Yeah, no, I still got to get Supergirl. I still got to get a whole bunch of figures. Like I told you guys earlier, my Jack Sparrow hasn't shipped. My Artisan Joker shipping very soon. Finally, I'm expecting my black and gold Arkham Batman tomorrow. What else am I expecting? I think I'm also going to be paying off my Tony Stark Mark 7 suit up version, which I'm still waiting for. Rudy, you got that 2 months ago?
Yeah, that's a great figure. That's a great figure, though.
Yeah, I got to get that. So yeah, so I'm expecting a whole bunch of stuff too, guys. So stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.